Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm gonna do my April book haul. So it looks like I only have 9 books, which is quite a low number for me. And 6 of them I've already read, which is kind of cool that way because they're rereads that I had on ebook that I decided to buy physical, which I'll explain in a second. My problem is I spent a lot more money this month than I have in a long time. I had spare money, clearly, because I'm not spending money anywhere else. But also because I was trying to help out some bookstores. So I bought a few books from Pal's bookstores, and then I also bought from the Ripped Bodice. So I did those online so that I was kind of helping them out, and I spent a lot more than I normally would for copies, but I just decided let's just buy them. I want them anyway, physicals, and I might as well get them, and I just paid the price. So I'll go through these. First I'll start with the Pals. So I did talk about this series when I talked about some series that I like to reread. This is Jennifer Ashley's I don't remember what she calls it. It's her Regency Pirates series. So it actually comes before the series that I do other have copies of that is more of a fantastical one. These are about pirates, and I just love these. So there's A Pirate Next Door is the first one, and this follows a woman who lives next door, and she overhears somebody getting beat up, and she goes and kind of rescues him. Anyway, so it's kind of there. That starts there in London, and then it's again there's pirates and there's treasure and other stuff, but it's just fun. So I did get that. Book 2 is The Pirate Hunter, which it's kind of, I think some of the characters connect, like you meet some of them in the first book and then they kind of offshoot, but they're all kind of connected. But this one I don't remember quite as much, although I know it's a woman who had kind of, she and this pirate guy, he was after something from her father, and then it was kind of a wild night together, and then he ran off and she doesn't see him for another year or something, and then things are all different. And then The Care and Feeding of Pirates is the book 3, and this one was one of my, I think I really enjoyed, which has a woman who does something kind of almost scandalous, but she figures, oh, no one's gonna know because he's going off to be hanged, and then it turns out he doesn't get hanged. So then it's 4 years later he finally gets back to London to try to claim her, but of course she thought he was dead, and then suddenly he's there. So it's a fun. They're fun romances, historical romances, Regency, but with pirates. It's just fun. So I got those. I'd read those many years ago, and I have them on ebook. I've read them several times. So then I decided to pick up a few of the books from Nalini Singh that I did not own physically. I had in her contemporary series. I have collected some of the other ones. I'm still missing one. I did not buy the newest one yet because I haven't read it on the ebook that I already bought, so I'm gonna wait. But I bought the first book in her Rock Kiss series, which is Rock Addiction, which is like rock stars. What am I trying to say? He meets this woman, and they, it's pretty much instant attraction, and then she gets kind of swept up into his world, but she has a bad situation, or she had a bad past with publicity, and it kind of does the ups and downs of being in the public eye. And so it's a fun contemporary. Again, I do not read many contemporaries. Nalini Singh, I was able to skate by on a couple of these. Now, I didn't buy all of them because not all of them I was able to read, but that one I could read. And also Rock Redemption, which is the third book in the Rock Kiss series. So this one is following the guitar player. This was the main singer, sorry. And then this is the guitar player, and he is a messed up person. I mean, under his trauma comes through of something happened to him when he was young, and he is just pretty much self-indulgent in a way that but it's realistic, but it's heartbreaking. And then the movie star that is his friend, who he pretty much betrayed before anything could really happen between them, and then this is later, and then she's having trouble, and he kind of comes to kind of fake date her for, which is one of my favorite tropes. So, and then of course, you know, it's their story. But again, there's a lot of ups and downs in this one. I would say this was one of the harder ones to get through, but I really enjoyed it overall. And then I have, in the other contemporary series, the continuation. This is in the Hard Play series, so it follows Rock Hard, and Cherish Hard is the next one, which is his sailor, his brother. So this is, he's a gardener, he runs a gardening business, and this is actually set, I think it's like 10 years in the past or so from all the other books. So it's kind of interesting. I think it's 10 years. It's something like that. And it's when Sailor's pretty young, but he's ambitious. He's trying to put together this gardening service, and he has this great ideas, but he knows he has to make some deals in order to get the funding for it, because no one will fund him. So he meets a teacher who he happens to do the landscape for their school, and they have kind of a hot moment. And then it comes back later that she's kind of connected to one of the other companies that he's trying to get in with. So it's a cute romance. As I said, I like that one too. So anyway, so those are the ones I've reread, and those are the ones, and again, I got those last three, did I say that, from the Rip Bodice in LA. I just ordered them online because I just want to make sure a couple of the bookstores that I have looked at or follow online that and again, pals, and I was trying to help. Anyway, so then I got a couple from Amazon. I got a pre-order of Looking Glass, The Chronicles of Alice novellas by Christina Henry. So I really enjoyed Alice, and the Red Queen I liked, but not as well. I still like Alice the most. It's more of a horror take on Alice in Wonderland, but oh, I really enjoyed that one. It was really dark, and again, Red Queen, it didn't go quite the way I wanted it to, but I still enjoyed it. And I have reread both of those. So, anyway, but she has 4 novellas that came out. I don't know how a couple of them have to do with Hatcher and Alice. So we'll see. I'm going to read these at some point. So, anyway, I like that. And then I also bought another book that was supposed to be for 18th century literature for the readathon, but I didn't get to it. But it's Pamela by Samuel Richardson. I've been meaning to revisit Richardson. I read Clarissa in college, and I really, I was really happy I'd read it until I realized that mine is an abridged version, and so I didn't actually read the whole thing. So now I'm like on the fence on if I really want to attack Clarissa again, because I have my copy from college still that's the abridged. I'm just not sure. I don't know if I want to revisit it. But I decided I've never read Pamela, and I've always wanted to. So this was his first breakout novel that has to do with 15-year-old Pamela, who is working for this family. And I think something happens to the mistress dies, and then her son, pretty much takes over the house, and he is trying to seduce her the whole time. So it's her virtue versus, his power. And I guess it was a phenomenon, when it was published, because I think it was published serially. I'm pretty sure it was. And so I really want to read it. I've never read it before. It's just, it's about $4.40. And I just, as I said, I haven't decided if I'm going to buy the Clarissa. That would be like a chunker like that, because it'd be twice as long as the one I read in college. And I was so happy I read it in college, and now to find out that it was abridged just upsets me. Anyway. And then the last book I got was from Book Depository. I got Waterfalls of Stars by Roseanne Alexander. My 10 Years on the Island of Skolmer. So I've heard so much about this. I'm on BookTube. This is a book that I keep seeing, and I finally just broke down and bought it one day. I was just like, I was just needing to buy a book. And I didn't want to buy it because it's a hardback. It's a pretty hardback, don't get me wrong. I just don't usually buy hardbacks, but I don't know if there's ever going to be a paperback, so I just finally just broke and bought it. So this is about a woman who marries very quickly to her boyfriend in order for them to move to this island where he's going to be, I think they're going to be caretakers, and they only get so much, they only get to take so much, and they only, they're only going to have so much interaction. on this island, so it's pretty isolated. So that anyway, so it's, as I said, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I don't know if this is a great time to read it, but I would really like to read this pretty soon. But as I said, there are some memoirs that I'm definitely drawn to different experiences, and so this is definitely one that I was looking forward to. So anyway, those are all the books. I don't think can I lift them? Oh. Those are all the books that I bought in April. And really, as I said, it's only 9 books. I spent a lot more than I normally do due to how much I spent for these books. But again, 6 of them I've already read, so they don't add to my TBR. They just add to I have to make room on my shelf. But other than that. So have you guys read any of these? Are you interested in any of them? Let me know. Did you buy anything good this month? Because I know a lot of us have been at home and just staring at maybe online, looking at books, and maybe being a little trigger happy on buying. I've been really good. I mean, considering this is all I bought, I'm stunned actually that this is all I bought. I mean, I did spend a lot of money, so I had to stop, but my number of books that I brought in is not that high, so that's pretty good, huh? That's Cooper, and I hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe, and I'll see you later. Bye.